Guys, today I have a quick tutorial for you. We are going to paint this fire elemental here to look like this other dude over here. To paint fire, we want to divide the miniature in 3 temperature zones. The hotter one in yellow here at the bottom, the second zone in orange, and finally the third in dark red. You can see this in action on the painted miniature. Yellow here, orange and red. After priming the miniature in Vallejo Ghost Grey, I used some sunny skin tone as a base for the yellow. So now I cover in orange and red the rest of the mini. I will use hot orange and scarlet blood. Get a big fat brush and just rapid fire the colors on the miniature. We don't care where the color lands, we will do a lot of layering and wet blending here that, with time, it will become more natural. Grab the red while the orange is still wet and try to wet blend the contact areas. Finally, gold yellow to go on the bottom of the flame where the fire is hot. Again, we go straight on, wet blending the area between the orange and the yellow. You can see now how the values are sketched on the miniature, so the next step is to layer small amounts of light colors on the top and vice versa, small amounts of dark colors on the bottom. We move bottom up with the yellow and top down with the reds. The area in between will have the oranges, of course. This will map the fire temperature for us. As an additional intermediate color, I have orange fire on the palette, and now I start glazing the colors from the bottom. We want to concentrate in the recesses, of course. We are glazing so it doesn't show tremendously well on cam, but you can see the oranges building up with time. Remember to keep your glazes diluted with plenty of flow improver. When you're working in the hot areas, always layer darker colors on top of lighter ones. Then smooth the transition at the edges by glazing even more. I will do all the work off cam and I will show you the result when I'm done. Here's the fully glazed bottom. See how smooth these transitions are? Looking bolder. In the brighter areas, I felt I could use some Flash Kits yellow because it's brighter than the gold yellow, therefore looking hotter. Nothing difficult, of course, just glaze it in the hotter areas like you did with the other colors. And now we redo the exact same process on the other end of the flame. We do everything in reverse, of course. I highlight with lighter color and glaze darker colors on top. Reverse the amount of paint also. There's very few yellow on the top of the flame, so. Here, let's put some first highlight on the top like this. See how yellow on red looks different than red on yellow? This is really important when painting fire. Use this paint property to your advantage. Then, as usual, smooth the transition with orange fire, then hot orange, and finally with red. Feel free to put as much yellow as you want on the mini, but remember that yellow means higher temperature, so think about where you place it. So let me speed this up a bit, then I will show you the mini after doing all the blending. You can see we now have a nice and smooth flame on the top with some yellow but still low temperature burning flame. And what do you get with low temperature burning flames? You get soot. So that's why we now grab some dark red and paint the top of the flames. I mix my red with Abaddon black here. Well, this is not rocket science, you just paint the soot on the top of the flames, right where they turn into smoke. So do this wherever you feel it's right and you're basically done with your miniature. I told you it was a quick one, right? So here we are with the finished fire elemental. Here you can see how you can push the burning effect as far as you want by adding more or less yellow, more or less soot, and so on. So even with simple miniatures like this, you will still have a lot of control on the result. In this video I showed you how to make super smooth transitions, but that's not a requirement. Fire is a living thing, so you can just rapid fire highlights on top of the flames and the result will be still amazing. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. If you like this tutorial, please like and subscribe so I can keep making more. And don't forget to leave your comments and critiques in the comment section below so I can keep improving. Thank you for watching.